The old system is scarcity. We made that separation. We made that division. We accumulate everything to spot, and then we totally blocked the whole flow. The education is no longer factory production of old knowledge, old conditioned mind, old DNA blueprints, but new expression. It's open up the 天线 that super sensitive, superior antenna to perceive, to conceive, to receive. Be silent. Let's be silent. Pause for a few minutes. Hello, everybody. Last time, we got into the topics of economics of separation, economics of scarcity, economics of resonance from the old OS system to new. I want to see if we can dive deeper into, not to analysis, but dive deeper into the what, the why, the how. Why the old OS is obsolete? Because it's stagnant. It's like your body, everything is stagnant. Just like what I did past few weeks, my congestions, my heart, my blood pressure, my congestion, every part of my body, even my brain stuffed. I could not think, I could not move. Everything is so blocked. I got to do something. Usually, our old OS, we go to hospitals, we go to authorities, we go to the doctors, we go to something to get some medicine. Does that help? No, that's a patch. Patch, that's all it is. The patching is not working. Sort of like you have a burning in your house. You try to patch up your warning system. Is that going to work? No, never does. It never does. The old system is scarcity. Negotiation on conflicts. Negotiation on scarcity. Negotiation on so-called resource. Human resource, life resource, material resource, hardware resource, land resource, water resource, whatever resource. We put everything into resource. But we never know. We never really dive into it. Are they really resource? Or we also regard ourselves as resource. Everything is material. Everything is mechanical. Everything is material. Can be shared. Can be grabbed, can be loaded, can be hoarded, can be accumulated. We totally forgot the universe is connected. The galaxy, the space of the cosmos, the space of the black hole, the space of our Milky Way, even the space of the solar system within. Our spiral motion of that geometry moving forward over 2,300 kilometers per second. Everything moves together. Everything moves coherently. Everything moves as one coherent whole. Not to mention the inner space we haven't touched. The inner space is even more connected. From epigenetics, we have experienced, we have evidenced your expression, your perception, your conception, your transmission, your receiver, your amplifier makes everything into reality from the inner space. That inner reflection of your inner space reflected, manifested into the visible space, so-called reality. So from that point of view, the vantage point of view, we see from quantum physics, especially entanglement, from an interconnected cosmos, that holographic universe of quantum physics. This is science. All the way to the Eastern wisdom, to Gautama, Siddhartha. His meditation, his out search, his struggles, his pains, his near-death experience, eventually, he realized from awakening of his own dream, of his own OS, that sufferings, that out search, that so-called family inheritance, the clan of that DNA, he must abandon after his awakening. He sees the world is totally illusional. Without separation, without hunger, his family has had plenty, and his neighborhood dying. What happened? Because his family holding most of things. And many families like him, but like his, he feels that's wrong. Old OS. Same thing as me. I came from a family of plenty, but I never experienced. My grandfather was shot death when he was 20. My grandmother, 18 years old, built a huge empire of factories and land. Of course, everything was confiscated when the new system or a new empire came about. That is today's China. And then I live in poverty. So from the extreme richness to extreme poverty, That's my family. So from that clan, that inheritance, what I inherit, that conflict, that separation, that's what I get. That near-death experience, that external struggles, explorations, struggle with endeavors, strive with endeavors, strive in that conflict, in that separation, in that divided world of being. I realized that was totally falsified. We made that separation. We made that division. We made that scarcity. We made that stagnation. We made that diseased state of the model. We blocked everything. We're holding everything. We accumulate everything to spot, and then we totally blocked the whole flow of energy, frequency. So depart from the old OS. It's not just debate, not just talking about, not just discussing about it, not just a dialogue about it. That's not just like what I said, WEF, the World Economic Forum, core about it, express about it. Okay, that is on the border time of that sinking ship. Welcome to the new century, new era of AGI. AGI is going to be totally grasp, totally contain all the old library. What do we have learned? What do we have conformed? What do we have conditioned? What do we have accumulated knowledge? We have in our education, in our entrepreneurship, in our business, in every spectrum of life of the old past. Boom, seconds. Are we going to study? Are we going to compete with AGI? It must be a joke. We study decades of different PhDs, 20, 50 PhDs. AGI can be done in seconds. Is that meaningful? That's why the old OS in our mind, in our body is totally obsolete. Don't patch the leaking, wrecked ship. Let me remind you, that's why we must abandon that old ship. With a new era. And we see from the quantum physics all the way to thousands of years of Eastern wisdom from Lao Tzu, from what I just said, Gautama awakening, to my own 60 years of practice of internal inner space exploration, inner space observation, inner space awakening, learning, discovery. A new OS is inevitable. What is the new OS? The new OS is based on quantum physics, based on epigenetics, based on yellow emperors, canon, inner canon, out, external medicine, based on Lao Tzu. Then we see a lot of people begin to manifest, they begin to see, as I have observed. Some people from the physical research, some people from the mathematical research, people like Max Planck see the world is not physical. The physical is derivatives. The consciousness is fundamental. So we have the same view. We come up with the same view from the inner space and from his quantum physics, mathematical research, Dirac. Even today, people do not recognize not just his antiparticles, his positron from his calculation, but that hidden ocean. Sometimes we begin to describe as dark matter, dark energy. That hidden ocean of energy, the hidden ocean of infinite possibilities, that potentiality. And as David, our friend David Bohm, from his book, and everybody will see the holographic principle of the universe, that explicit order is just inner space. The implicate order is that inner space unveiled. That inner space is a potentiality. That inner space is infinite, without locality, without space-time of that interface, what we have observed in the observable universe. So from that point of view, we see this is very concrete. From science of the external exploration to inner individual space exploration. Both ends, we see the same point. That old OS is no longer working. Because we see that illusion, that falsified field must be destroyed. Because it's hinder everybody. It's dangerous. It's not just absolutely, it's dangerous. With the nuclears, hydrogen bombs, nuclear bombs, AI, all the technologies equipment against each other. We're not against each other, we're against ourselves because we are interconnected. We're the whole thing, we are the one within. There's no separation. There's a unique expression. That's what it is. We are on the peril of self-extinction if we do not change. So with the human evolution, that inner revolution is necessary. That inner space explorer is necessary. The inner space of energy frequency in resonance with the cosmic energy frequency. That's what I call the field of quantum consciousness field. That unified field of quantum consciousness matrix of the cosmos, in and out into one. Unveil that inner space of intelligence. That intelligence is not a smart intelligence. Break through all that smart intelligence. Break through all that old thinking. Break through all that conformity. Break through all that habits. Break through all that old pilot operation. Break through all that old material, fighting, conflict, fear-based thoughts, ideas, competitions. Welcome to the century of harmony. Welcome to the century of compassion. Welcome to the century of resonance. Together we create. We create not from out space. We co-create from within because it's already within us. Let's open up the broken antenna, repair it, unblock it, because that antenna is blocked. The antenna is rusty. That antenna is broken. But we have a super sensitive antenna. Let the old antenna go. That antenna never opens. The super sensitive antenna. I call superior antenna of the cosmos and of ourselves within. Within that cosmic intelligence, in and out, that quantum unified quantum field of conscious matrix of the cosmos. It is within us. That field is alignment. That field is connected. There's no separation of the cosmos and us and within. I'm the cosmos. I'm the humanity. I'm the all-conscious being within. Yes, I express in different ways. Each is expressed in different ways. When all unique characters awakened, the whole vibration coherent, rise above. A new universe is in creation. A new reality is in manifestation. A new civilization is here. To experience. That's what I called the shift. It's absolute. The shift is vital. The shift is inevitable. Open up inner space. So the entrepreneurship is no longer competing for material, for products, for something. Entrepreneurship is the consciousness, entrepreneurship, connection, how to serve humanity, how to serve the universe, how that entrepreneurship can be consciously connected. It's not to make money, but it is coherent, it's compassionate. It's serving the ecological system of the humanity, of the all conscious beings. The education is no longer factory production of old knowledge, old conditioned mind, old DNA blueprints, but new expression. It's open up the Tianxian, that super sensitive, superior antenna to perceive, to conceive, to receive. As we see from that quantum physics, from epigenetics, from the Eastern wisdom, and we see the internal conscious unveiling, that internal conscious is a fundamental, not just the subconsciousness or autopilot consciousness. We observed, because that's from the material connection. But the superior antenna of that consciousness is cosmic, it's universal. It's within each of us. When we discover that, we see there's no competition. It's necessary. There's no holding necessary. There's no blocking necessary. There's no accumulation of one family or few families of that so-called material, so-called economies necessary, because they block the whole flow of economy, block the whole flow of health energy, block the whole flow of life. Everything is dynamic. Everything is just like the DNA, double helix, inner space, spiral motion. So the spiral motion of the galaxy, the spiral motion of the solar system, the spiral motion of all energy frequency, the inner space is spiral motion. Everything is connected. It doesn't matter inner space or outer space. It doesn't matter microcosm or macrocosm of the universe. It's one, connected. So from that vantage point, and we see the separation is not necessary. When we stand on top of the mountain, we see everything on the mountain clearly. When we stand above the problems, there's no problem at all, unless we're stuck with the problem. We try to solve. We never come to an end. Why? Because we're stuck. So the new economy, what I talk about is the conscious economy, is a compassionate economy, the economy of resonance. It's a flow like a river. It's alive without being stopped. So life is a flow of energy. Economy is the same thing. It's in flow. So when we open up the new energy, what do we need to do? We need to empty the old OS, the ideas of the competition, the scarcity, the conflicts, the disease, the states, the conditioned mind, the conformed ideologies. Come to within. Be silent. Let's be silent. Pause for a few minutes. We start with a bell. Or without a bell, it doesn't matter. We just be silent. Do a few breaths. The breath is 3, 1, 3. We can do 3, 1, 6, or 3, 3, 6. It doesn't matter. Let's start from very simple 3, 1, 3. A little bit shorter 3 with the 1 pause. With a long 3, let it go. First 3 is to open up, to breathe the cosmic energy frequency, to breathe cosmic conscious energy, and to pause, just a pause, stop, without thinking, without anything, and then release the energy of the old, and let the new energy penetrate into our organs, into our cells. Let toxins out, let old ideas out, let old thoughts out, let old attachments out. Build a new, unveil new, the new, fresh inner space, new receiver, transmitter, amplify that inner space information to create a new amplifier, the inner space of the superior antenna to perceive, conceive, to receive. Relax from top of the bottom, the scalp, the shoulders, the spine, the hips. Just feel. Stick a tongue to the up hard palate. Breathe through your nose, breathe out also through your nose. Just be silent, just be opening, just be channeling, just be totally listen, explore, observe the inner space of ourselves. Through the unique character, the persona of ourselves. Transcend with lips of quantum consciousness into the infinite cosmos, the potentiality, the infinite space. Let's start. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out in silence, in silence, in silence. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. In. Hold it. 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 Out. Hold it, pause. In, out, in, out, in, out. Be silent for 1 minute. Totally empty the mind. Welcome to the new world of new OS. The Kung Fu. This is Kung Fu. Over here, the Kung Fu is not just the movements you see on the movies, the movements of the inner space, the movements of outer space, the movements of artistry, the movements of tapestry of the cosmos, the movements of every spectrum of our lives. Our consciousness, our energy frequency, our infinite potentiality unveiling, our reprogramming to a new era beyond AI, beyond AGI, to open up 灵感, which is metaphysical, intuitive opening, the downloading, to see the aha moment, to open up that insight of the inner space of that black hole, the insight of the universe, the insight of life, the insight of consciousness, cosmos, the insight of wisdom, intelligence. Welcome to the new world of a new civilization that is happening. With a great awakening, you may see, let's together to unveil that inner universe, the inner space of that vortex motion, to manifest, to realize the new century that is coming, beyond the external technology only, beyond the super surface only, beyond the physical, visible, tangible only, divisions, partial observations, limited knowledge, limited awareness, deep into the inner mindfulness, inner awareness, inner space exploration, the inner total silent observation. Thank you. Let's do it together.